Being on top of things. I keep a sense of order in everything I do. I know where everything is, where something belongs, where to go to find a particular item. It makes me appear resourceful. If everything is as it should, where it should be, things are as they should be. When I know where everything is and what's going on around me at all times, I can help to solve a problem. Or offer advice to someone who couldn't do it on his own. I am exceptionally neat and always in the know. This works for me. I control the way I look by eating right and getting enough rest. I control my monetary situation by earning a steady income and keeping a budget. I control other people's views of myself by morphing into whatever pleases them. The good listener. The fun girl! The quiet, reserved young lady with good manners. The outgoing pal for a night on the town! I always seem to be aware of what's going on at all times. And this ordered living empowers me. Sometimes it ruins the fun of surprise, but I always seem to know what's going down. Through intuition and a heightened sense of awareness. So I dare anyone to try to pull one over on me. Therefore, after my boyfriend and I had been shopping a few months for the ring, I realized he'd suddenly made it very clear to me when he was planning on proposing. I was slightly annoyed that he hadn't tried better to hide it from me, but I was happy we would soon be engaged, for we had been talking about it for quite some time. You see, right before the winter holidays, when time and money was scarce for us both, he planned a romantic weekend getaway at a very expensive inn. Food at our disposal 24/7. A fireplace in the room. A jacuzzi. What a perfect setting, I thought. Although I knew we'd be engaged that November weekend, I had no idea when, specifically, he caught the question, nor how. Delicious. Would it be while on a hike? By the fireplace? At dinner? To our special weekend, I started to get giddy and confided in people. I told a few acquaintances casually that I would be engaged within the week. It was obvious. Because we were going to a place that we had no business going to. What other reason could there be? When my mother asked, when do you think you'll get married? When do you think you'll propose? I found myself telling her, I think it will be this weekend! It's a shame that I knew so much. But that's the kind of gal I am. You'd have to get up pretty early in the morning to get past me. We weren't going too far from home, but we would be surrounded by enough wilderness to feel properly secluded. I finally, gleefully told my boyfriend that I told my mother about our upcoming engagement plans. Instead of a mutual chuckle and reaching out to hold my hand as a reassuring gesture of oneness, soon to be solidified by the traditional display of the ring, I got silence. He looked at me rather earnestly and took my hand and said, "I've got to tell you something, and I don't know where to begin." "This weekend," he said, "is just a weekend away. I don't want you to expect anything." I blinked at him a moment. Then I smirked at him. "Oh, okay." Of course. I got it. He said he knew I was going to react that way, but no, seriously. It's just time to relax. That is all. Embarrassed, I put my hand over my mouth, and the tears came. I said, "I guess I deserve that." And he held me and asked, "Will it make you feel better if I told you what I have planned is better?" He planned something, I thought? But that's impossible. I would have known about it. Could it be he's still trying to fool me? Is he playing reverse psychology with me? Perhaps it was best to make him think he's in control, the dear heart. Unless he really is in control, and you only think you're in control because he's that good. Who am I kidding? No one controls like I do. Well, it's innate, in my bones, part of my DNA. In fact, being in control was out of my control. He can't fool me. But then I looked into his eyes, and I saw his sincerity. And I thought, this man has a plan. I have no idea what he's up to. I cannot control this scenario. I blinked away a bead of sweat. A fever had broken out. He's in control. He's taking care of things. Interesting. It's up to him. Yes. And for the first time ever, I didn't mind it. Not one bit.